Hello everybody, this is Hamma here for the Araxis Global Network and PlanetSide-Universe.com for another episode of AGN Instant Action. This time we're going to talk about the latest patch notes, which aren't as exciting as Esamir, but there are quite a few things going on, weapon balance related, and so it was definitely worth doing up a video to kind of show off some of the stuff and just, give an overview of some of the changes. So basically, weapons across the board were changed. Bullet drop was reduced on all weapons, and the VS weapons were buffed to be stronger at greater range, among a variety of other things. Projectile speed was increased, damage at range was increased, and so on for the VS. So in this video I actually played a little bit of VS, so you guys will get to see me get owned quite a few times. I'm not used to playing VS. But first things first, let's go ahead and get started with some changes to the warp gate. As you can see, shooting Jenny Boo here, she's not taking damage. So they have removed some of the damage that you can do in the warp gate, which is an awesome thing that was much needed. Happy to see that in. Apparently they did it with squads as well. I didn't get a chance to test that out, but the Sanctuary stuff is definitely working. Although apparently it does not affect vehicles quite yet. Hopefully we'll be seeing that coming soon. While I was out here, obviously this guy over here, he must have been making a patch notes video as well. I can see that he was running around testing. Apparently you can still damage tanks with the rocket launcher, so yeah, don't do that. Alright, next up they changed it so the Sunderer, you can actually spawn it at any vehicle terminal that could spawn only a flash before, which means that a lot of the small outposts now you'll be able to spawn a Sunderer at. Kind of an interesting change, not sure what brought it on. It'll definitely affect some Spec Ops outfits and things like that, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few weeks. And I'm sure that's kind of what the devs are thinking as well, to see how it's going to play out. The next major change that was listed in the patch notes was that you will be able to instant action onto your squad leaders. So we decided to go ahead and give that a try. Jenny Boo and I jumped on a server. She became the squad leader. And she kind of ran out into the middle of nowhere, and we went ahead to go ahead and test this out so that we could show you guys in the video. So as you can see, she was waiting for me and I never showed up. So the feature apparently does not work just yet. I went ahead and gave it another try, but unfortunately it doesn't appear to be working. I don't know if it was just a fluke at the time, but the feature doesn't appear to work yet. So it'll be cool when it does work. So since the Vanu got the majority of love in this patch, I decided to go ahead over there and give him a try against my better judgment. I don't particularly like Vanu. I don't play them very often, but it was definitely worth giving them a try to see kind of the changes that went in place and, give you guys an idea of what happened. So overall, it does feel a little bit better than the previous time I had played him, which was a couple months ago. So who knows what it's like now. I probably would have been much better if I had, been playing Vanu all along. But I decided to go ahead and hot drop in and give the weapons a try and do a little review for you. So I arrived on the scene over by Snake Ravine and busted out my pulsar to give it a try and see how it works out. Upon my arrival, I proceeded to die over and over and over again. Once I finally did actually get the hang of it, I was able to do pretty well with the weapon. I definitely wouldn't say it's overpowered from my experience. I know some on the receiving end feel like I got a little too much of a buff. Overall for me it felt pretty good. I feel like they're at a pretty good balance right now. Obviously it's definitely not done yet, and we'll probably see a lot more stuff change here in the near future. But it was a good change. They have a little bit more range on them now, and it'll be curious to see how it plays out over the next few weeks on beta. One of the things they also did was buff the reload time just a little bit on most of the VS weapons. I don't really notice the difference because I don't play enough, but reload's definitely pretty quick on it. One of the other changes they made that I didn't get a chance to check out was they actually changed the made the grenade trajectory more predictable, apparently, and they also made it so you couldn't throw grenades through shields, which makes a little bit of sense, wouldn't you say? Thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of AGN Instant Action as we reviewed the latest patch notes. Be sure to check out our wiki at wiki.planetside-universe.com. Check us out on Twitter at PSUcom. And stay tuned for our next episode of AGN Instant Action. You guys have a good one.